Welcome back to our your live continuing coverage of PhotoPlus Expo 2015. You are the Terrifics, you make BeTerrific special. You're watching this on BeTerrific. We're live in New York City, and we are at the Jacob K. Javits Center for PhotoPlus 2015. It's amazing. I'm going to get right into our next guest because he's already taken a lot of time to be here, and he's got amazing products we have to talk about. So Jim is joining us from Ricoh and also the Pentax brand, which is under the Ricoh brand. Andrea, of course, my wonderful co-host. This is Pentax's medium format camera. It's the only medium format camera that shoots video, full HD video, as well as stills. It's amazing and it's affordable. It's probably the only medium format camera that is affordable. They're usually $30,000, $40,000. You guys had a price drop. It was $10,000. It's now in the $6,000 range.
Yeah, we actually just announced here at the show we're going to move the price on this product to $6,995 for a full 645 camera with 51 megapixels.
Wow. All right, we're going to talk about this in a few minutes. We'll get to that.
Absolutely.
But I'm really excited about something. Andrea's really excited about something, and that is the Theta. We've been using the Theta to shoot a lot of 360 video. We've been getting really into this. The viewers know, the Terrifics know, they love the Back to the Future stuff we've done. Right. And now you have improved upon the Theta with a new Theta that's amazing, and here it is.
We have, and this is what it looks like. And basically the biggest improvement is around resolution, frame rate, video quality, right? As well as the app and simplifying the usability of the product.
Now, one thing I love about the Theta is this is something you can take everywhere.
It is.
And one of the things about 360 video that I don't like usually is that you have to put 5, 6, 7, 10 cameras together. GoPro has a rig, you have to put 18 of their cameras together.
Yeah.
And then you have to go into software and you got to stitch it together and you got to do all this stuff. It's not going to be for the regular consumer. It's not going to be for most people. It's not fast to do. It's not easy to do. And it's not going to make this technology catch on. What's going to make this mainstream is the Theta. The Theta is the all-in-one integrated solution. It's one camera, you shoot, you get complete 360, and you don't have to do anything. It does all the work. There's no stitching together in an app.
Yeah.
Nothing.
This is insane. I mean, I have had someone suggest me to use this for video content over the summer, and then a friend who had it, and we just took some photos in a bar, and he texted them to us within the same day.
Oh, perfect.
Which is insane. But I did have a question for you. The question from them was, if I hold this up, of course it's 360, but how do I really know what I'm aiming at?
You're getting everything. You just know because you hold it up. Oh, but there's also an app.
There is also an app for that.
Can I say something real quick about this? I love that I've seen the video quality. You showed me something yesterday. The video quality on the older Theta was not as good, and we were waiting for this. I am blown away by the video quality, and it's amazing, and I'm so happy that you guys stepped up the video quality. You listened to people, and you've made a lot of other changes, and you can take photos and video with this. It's just awesome.
Absolutely. So let me answer a couple things here real quick, or show you a couple things real quick. So this is Mike's screen, and what this is doing is actually showing a preview of what the camera's seeing. Now, admittedly, this is low resolution, but to your question, can I see what I'm taking a picture of? You can see it here. Now, the truth is, since the camera's taking a picture of everything anyway, it doesn't really matter that you're framing the picture.
Okay.
But
I don't want it like up my nose or on the top of my head.
Fair enough.
Right?
Fair enough.
But the reality is, the viewer, the great thing about this stuff is that the viewer can decide what they want to watch.
Let's smile and do a little quick selfie
I
here.
love it. No, do I? Oh, you got it.
Oh, I did. I just shot the picture right from here.
And you know what's great? We're all in the selfie. So if you're at a rock concert, you could stand in front of the band and you could see how big the crowd was. Or we could stand in front of the crowd and somebody could spin around and see the band.
So I don't have to
We call this
button.
You don't. You can.
You can.
Right?
Okay.
The easiest way to use the camera is just turn it on and push the button and take a picture.
Okay.
Right? What I did here was I actually was connected via Wi-Fi from the camera to the device, and now we're transferring it over. Now it's taken a lot longer than normal. I think there's a lot of Wi-Fi interference in here.
PhotoPlus 2015, guys.
Yeah, I don't want to get into the excuses. So it's coming in right now, and what they're able to do is we're going to get that full resolution image, which now is 14 megapixels.
Oh
my
right?
eyes are closed.
Oh, you got her with the eyes
That's
closed.
okay.
We did, but here's the thing. If we didn't want that picture, we can
show me.
We can go here.
Oh.
And I can take you out of the picture entirely.
Look at that.
As simple as doing just a screen grab, and I can text that off to my friends.
No way.
And they go, really, were you there? and it's that easy to do.
Well, and the cool thing is, the reason I wanted to show me was to show that we just did that.
Yes.
And it also shows the ceiling and the floor. You know, Janny just wrote in on our Slack chat, he's watching in Finland, that we should hang one from the tent and stream live off of it so that they can get a whole behind the scenes and they can see who the next guest is and what Greg's doing, and they can see all this stuff.
I think it's a brilliant idea. Here's the challenge right now.
Yeah.
We have an open API and a software developers kit. The camera is capable of streaming live video, but we have this as an open platform because we want people to be able to develop those applications, exactly what you're talking about.
Well, I think it would be super cool. I love this thing, and it's basically available now. It was available for pre-order. We have one coming in, and it should be in a few days.
This is the only one that can stream live, though.
Yes,
that's a new
there's
feature.
nobody else who has.
Yeah, it's a
That's
new
a
feature.
very new
It's a
feature
very
for
new
this.
feature. I don't know of anybody else in the industry. I'm not even sure that the
there's not.
high-end stuff that's out there does it.
Amazing.
But what it is it really is intended to put spherical photography in the hands of millions of consumers.
Right.
And if you look at some of the other solutions about 360 video, it might only do 360 in one direction, but maybe 240 degrees in another. So you get a blind spot. And what we do with doing full spherical is there is no blind spot. You absolutely capture everything around you.
Does this have an external microphone input, like a 3.5 millimeter jack?
It does not have an external input. However, it does have stereo mics on it.
Okay.
So you can capture the audio track at the same time you're
and
recording.
you can do what people did with DSLRs, and you can record dual audio as well, and then sync the audio later.
Absolutely.
Talk about, this is like $349, something like that?
$349.
And the battery life is how long?
Battery life is about 400 still images, or about an hour and a half worth of video.
Internal memory, or is it micro SD card?
Internal memory, 8 gigs.
Okay.
And there is not an external slot. We just have the internal. We want to really encourage people early on in the adoption of this type of technology to get their images out of the device and get it into your life cycle. Start using it.
I was going to ask you about that. So do you put that straight to the app, or where can you take it from the app? And
the option is entirely yours, so we're Android and iOS supported. You can simply transfer the information over wirelessly to your device, or you can plug it into your computer via USB and transfer the data over. It's a little bit faster to do it that way, and you can use the power of the computer to render those 360 videos.
And then what you were just telling me, the platforms that are feasible with this?
Yeah, so Google has really gotten behind the platform. They've updated YouTube to be able to take the content, so you just push it up there, it renders it in, and then you can view it on YouTube. I'm sure that you use that. Also, Facebook is now has 360-degree channel.
See, I didn't know that.
They're a little late or a little behind on getting the Apple iOS support, but it doesn't matter. You can push it up there today.
So on the older camera, it was a little confusing and hard to switch from photo to video, especially with the app. Is it easy and more integrated with the new app?
Yeah, it's great. We picked on one of the challenges that we had because we had a very clean look, but you couldn't see what the camera's doing. Here, literally, it's as simple as just pushing this little button on the side, and it changes the mode.
There you go.
This little thing is moved here now to the video mode. Push it again. If I can find the button again, there we go. I push the right button.
Yep.
And then it goes back to photo. So if
There
we
you
put
go.
it on video, maybe Andrea could shoot a little bit of video of this that we can look at later and check out the microphone while you and I talk about the 645Z.
Absolutely, you want to do that for us? Record it. Now just don't
Love
move it
to.
around a lot, because you got to remember
It's getting
you're
me.
capturing everything,
So I
right?
just
So you don't
do it
have to
slow.
you don't even have to do that.
Not really.
So
You
it's
just have to hold it and then let your viewers.
You just hit that button right there and you'll start recording.
And then, okay.
Yep.
Hey,
So
is it recording? Let me see.
Yep,
the other
it's
side.
red. It's blinking red.
Okay, good. You're recording.
Red.
Yes, just hold it and we'll go on to the next piece.
Yeah, so Jim, this is the 645Z, medium format. Thank you, by the way. The Theta is amazing, and everybody's got to go check that out. They got to buy it. It's available online right now, and of course, everywhere online, but you got to have this. This is the ultimate selfie camera. It's just unbelievable.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the 645Z, because I've been waiting for somebody to make a medium format camera that shoots video. You can get shallow depth of field and just this beautiful video footage that people can get for years that would be billboard photography.
Yep. So there's a lot of different things that come into medium format. Resolution is certainly one of those, right? So you get lots of pixels. There are other cameras who are in a pixel race, so you only get so much benefit from the pixels. It comes down to the size of the pixels. So because the image sensor on the camera is 1.7 times larger than a full frame camera, right? Each pixel site is very large, which lets in a lot of light, which allows us to really control the dynamic range or how many different colors of gray we can get in all of those pixels.
Wow.
This is really well designed for both photography and video. Video-wise, you do have an external mic input jack.
Yes, we do.
It's a 3.5 millimeter jack. It's going to be 2 XCSD card slots.
Yep.
And you've got multiple mounting points for photography if you want to shoot vertical portraits or horizontal landscape photos. And I like where all the buttons are laid out. It's got a good feel. Everything is spaced out nicely. For a lot of photographers always complain the buttons are too close. This has got a nice feel and it's unbelievable. I'm just blown away because if you want to shoot a billboard and you really want to do it right, if you want to shoot it for Burberry or you want to shoot it for a high-end client or even for yourself for modeling or fashion photography, you have to use a medium format camera.
You do.
Going back, I don't know, 40 years, they've always been ridiculously expensive. Here is an amazing, and I've seen the photos off of it and the video off of it and shot some video with it. Here is amazing photo and now for the first time ever, video as well, full 1080 HD video off a medium format sensor in a really affordable package.
It's a game changer. It's not often that you get to come on and talk about a game changer. We've been in the market with a little while and it's proving itself to be changing that game. So it's not a device for everybody, right? The average consumer is not going to walk around with it.
This is a professional photographer.
But if you're a professional photographer, you need to carry this because it also gives you what's kind of referred to as photo credibility, right? So when you go into you start asking for those higher end jobs, and they ask what type of equipment, right?
And they want to shoot.
Do I shoot with what my
format.
uncle has, or do I shoot with something medium format? And now it's $6,995 for the product. We're putting that in the hands of many more photographers.
So this is the Pentax lens mount, but if I remember correctly, you can use adapters to mount some other glass to it. Is that correct?
So we drive mostly our glass, the Pentax glass, but there is a mount that takes it to the Pentax 6.7 format. So you can take the older Pentax 6.7 lenses and put them on this camera. You get an amazing look because you've got such a different lens property. That's something that nobody's shooting with today.
Awesome. And you can shoot RAW and JPEG at the same time?
Absolutely. We have 2 card slots in the camera. You can decide. You can capture 2 RAWs. If you want to back up, you can do a RAW and a JPEG. I personally shoot RAW to one card, a small JPEG to another. I also shoot tethered. So we have now a tethering solution to Lightroom. So you can shoot, and in about 3.5 seconds, those images start showing up in Lightroom.
Amazing.
And they get auto-corrected if you put a plug, not even a plug-in. If you put presets into Lightroom, it will get auto-corrected so you can see what you might do later on to tweak it, so you get the look and feel immediately. It's immediate results. It's amazing stuff. The 645Z is available at B&H, at Adorama, at all sorts of great camera stores as well, and online. You got to check out Ricoh and, of course, Pentax. Wonderful brands. Jim, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And more than thank you for joining us, thank you for bringing us this new Theta, for making it happen, for bringing it to market and making the changes we've wanted. Unbelievable, right?
I know, it's super cool.
Yeah, and for getting this in an affordable package. We'll be back with a whole lot more with your live
Thank you very
official
much. It was fun, right?
PhotoPlus Expo 2015 coverage here at the Jacob K. Javits Center on BeTerrific. You are the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. We'll see you in just a minute. Don't go anywhere.